I promise you guys, the fact that I was a part of one of the first audiences to see this movie, the fact that Brad Pitt was actually there to introduce the movie, and the fact that I got a free t-shirt will not cloud my judgment at all during this review. I'm just getting that out there right now. World War Z is a movie that follows Brad Pitt, and he has a family, and he used to be a UN reporter worker, and he doesn't do that anymore because he wanted to be with his family, and this apocalypse breaks out. I'm not gonna say zombie apocalypse because I'm gonna go into that later, but these aren't zombies. The world goes to shit. Everyone is just getting infected with this disease that just makes you want to infect other people and attack people. He essentially travels across the globe trying to find a cure for this or a way to stop it. And that's really what the movie is. Going into this movie, I was apprehensive but kind of excited at the same time because I like Brad Pitt and he doesn't usually make bad movies. However, this trailer, it didn't look all that engaging, and the CGI in the trailers was not very good at all. Coming out of this, I thought this movie was very enjoyable. Let's just get this out of the way. Brad Pitt is fantastic in this movie. He is a great actor. He's always, almost always good in movies. Yeah, I'm gonna say always, actually, because I don't remember a time where he was bad. There's no other really, like, supporting characters that are shown a lot. There's just certain characters that pop up for a few scenes, like Matthew Fox is in it, in this role that has, like, one line. I wasn't sure why he did that, but he was there, he was fine for the line he had to say. There were a bunch of different little characters you meet once and never see again, because Brad Pitt is traveling across the world and he's trying to figure out how to stop this, so he just keeps going to different places trying to find out more information about it, so you never really get to get attached to any of these different characters you meet besides Brad Pitt. Now, this movie is directed by Mark Forster, and he has made some good movies and he's made some bad movies. I thought this movie was very well directed to a point, because there are certain action sequences, and there's a lot of action in this movie. It's almost non-stop for a while there. It's just, it keeps coming at you with action scenes, like action scene, you get a small breather, action, action, breather. The action in the movie I thought was well directed, except for the beginning, and there was this scene on a plane. The beginning of the movie, it was just, you get to meet Brad Pitt's family, and then like 2 minutes later you're into an action scene where like everything's going to hell. I like that they just jumped right into it and didn't like make you watch this fake family atmosphere and try and get attached to that. I liked how they just jumped right into the action. It's just the action was filmed so hectically that it was sometimes hard to see what was going on. Especially in the plane scene, but I'll get to that in a second, because I think that that worked for the first part of the movie because it's trying to show how hellish this entire situation is, so the camera work plays into that. However, on the plane, it was destructively bad. It was like camera cuts every couple seconds, and you just could not see a damn thing that was going on, and it was very confusing, it was very jarring. That was the one scene in the movie that just kind of put me off for a while, and it was not a good scene. The rest of the action is pretty well choreographed. The CGI in the trailers did not look very good, and it might have been touched up a little bit for this final product, but like that scene where those zombies or infected people are just forming this, I guess, wall to jump over a wall. It just looks CGI. It looks fake. It doesn't look that good. It's not the worst CGI I've ever seen, but it's far from the best. You know it's not real. Other than those faults, the action is very intense mostly because you're worried about Brad Pitt mostly in his life, because these infected people, let's get into that actually, these infected people, these are not zombies, because here's what happens, you get bitten by this thing, you can turn into it in like 10 seconds, and all you do is like, I don't recall zombies like breaking their own bones like this, or running super fast and gaining this ability to jump on everything from like far distances. These zombies are like superheroes to a point. I look at this movie not as a zombie movie, just as an infection movie, something like that. And I think it works better if you look at it that way, because if you look at it as a zombie movie, it's not a zombie movie, because there are not zombies in it. Yes, people decay and they start to look like zombies, but they still don't act like them, so they're not zombies. My one major problem with this movie is the fact that the way it ends, alright? Because you're near the end of the movie and things start to happen, it's a really intense scene, and then that intensity ends and it's just like, you get a voiceover and that's it. The voiceover sets up for a sequel, which I did not like. I would have liked if this movie was just standalone, and I know the directors talked about how they want this to be a trilogy. I don't see that. I see this as a standalone movie because it fulfilled what it should do. It was enjoyable, it was a fun movie, it's not the best movie I've ever seen, but you don't need sequels to this, okay? I feel like there's nothing to do in the sequels because they've already done their job in this movie. Overall, I enjoyed World War Z a lot. I think it was a lot better than I expected it to be. I think it might surprise some people. I think most general audiences are gonna like it, but there's just gonna be a cluster of people that hate it for the CGI, because I could see people really tearing into the CGI for not being that good, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give it a B. I recommend it. If you like Brad Pitt, definitely go see it. If you like zombie movies, I don't know, maybe go see it, but I don't consider this a zombie movie, so go at your own risk. Don't blame me if you hate it, because I described this in the review. Are you guys looking forward to World War Z? If you're watching this review afterwards, did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there, because if you don't, if you see the movie, you'll know what that means.